AskReddit by Firewire 64. What is slowly phasing out in 2022? 24-hour Walmarts. 24-hour anything. When I bought my house 7 years ago, there were 3 24-hour stores in my area. Now there are none. The grocery store I used to go to reduced their hours to 6-11 even before COVID, but now they aren't even open past 10. My suicidal thoughts. I contemplated killing myself almost every day from the time I was 14. Some days I thought about it a little, some days I thought about it a lot. No more, though. Privacy. I think my brain is losing the battle. I can still perform complex and creative feats, but I just zone out sometimes and need to do nothing. Isn't that pretty normal if you perform complex and creative feats? Affordable food at the grocery store. I had to get my family in food stamps for the first, and hopefully only, time ever. I hate it, the judgment is intense. But I usually only buy meat and fruit veg that I don't have in my garden. I try to stretch it as long as I can and squeeze every last calorie out of a meal. I'm really hoping to not have to be on it for long. But despite my pride taking a hit, at least my family is fed. My desire to work in kitchens. It's been rough for a while, but the pandemic and the pay has really put a new light on everything. Hurt. Biomass and biodiversity. This one is the most depressing. Genuinely grim. Affordable living. Attention spans. TikTok destroyed mine. I started reading books a lot more though, and it's been slowly healing. Manned registers. The unions agree, sacrifices must be made, computers never go on strike. Dead Kennedys. EBNB. The fact that some EBNBs are trying to add chores now is laughable. Like, nah man, I am on vacation, I will go stay in a hotel. iPhone chargers. USB-C supremacy. Cash. 2022 has seen a sharp rise in card-only transactions. I took my 5-year-old son to the store with me a few months ago. Upon checkout we paid in cash. He was blown away and kept asking me why the lady was give us money back when we were the ones buying stuff. He had no concept of physical currency. That's when I realized we are in a new era. Affordable anything. Housing, food, bare necessities needed to live. It's all going out the window. I feel like something has got to give. You can only push people so far toward the edge before they'll lash out. Honestly, cheap and neat finds at antique thrift stores. Most places upcharge outrageous amounts for the items they get in, especially if it's a legitimate antique or unique item. On top of that, a lot of what's being sold now are knickknacks and decorative items that were made cheap at the time, and no one wants anymore. I think we're also phasing out of the cheap product phase for everything, or at least slowing down. More and more people are choosing to repurpose their items or try and fix them, rather than just tossing and buying something new. Repurposing is even easier than ever thanks to the internet. It's no longer a struggle to figure out how to fix shit and to buy missing parts and tools that you'd need to get the job done. My local library does repair clinics where you can bring household items and folks who are more handy than I will help repair them. It's amazing. Facebook. Deleted. My depression. To brighten the mood here a little bit. Hey, same. Let's keep on going. Optimism, apparently. Got any to spare? Term lengths of UK PMs. I thought Australia had it bad a few years ago. Unbelievable what is happening in the UK. Disposable income. The ability and willingness to discern fact from fiction. But mainly the willingness. Affordable homes. Pretty sure those got phased out a couple years back. I think the straw has broken the camel's back on law track sitcoms. How I Met Your Father is the first one I've seen in years to use one, and it's not good. It's jarring to see. So I'd say those are finally phasing out, with the norm being lawtique-free funnies, which have existed for years now OFC, but are becoming the standard. Those have been phasing out for a while though, right? Especially since the success of Cher-style sitcoms and then the revival of sitcoms with Modern Family. Having a savings account. I've been struggling to keep my savings account afloat with the cost of everything. It sucks. Social acceptance for cigarette smoking in public. Like the old-fashioned light them on fire tobacco smokes. I go all over for work, and it's a noticeable event if someone smells like smoke. No buildings seem to have smoking areas anymore, even the bud cans are air sightings. Can you even imagine someone lighting up inside a restaurant? People still do it, but they almost have to hide it, only smoking at home or in their cars or vaping while out and about. When you come out of a store and you smell cigarette smoke, it's noticeable because it's not always there. The difference from 10 years ago is huge. 20 years ago this would be unimaginable. Depends where you're at. Smoking in public is still pretty common in more rural areas. My weight, 20 pounds since the start of the year, and if I can keep it up I hit my goal by year's end. Good job. Edit. I'm not here to judge the quality of other people's goals. They wanted to do a thing. They're doing the thing. That's worth a good job in my book. The fucks people have left to give. I'm emotionally constipated, haven't given a shit in weeks. Me, I pretty much checked out mentally 5 years ago. I barely know where I am anymore. Relatable. I'm not growing up, I'm just burning out, and I stepped in line to walk amongst the dead Green Day. My wardrobe. I've lost just over 50 pounds this year. My life with a parent. Mum passed 3 years back and now dad has a life expectancy of 1 month. I'm gonna miss you, old man. Fuck. Edit. I love every one of you. God bless you all and cherish every moment. I only had a short 28 years with my parents, but sometimes that's all you need. I'm so sorry. No matter how old we get, being orphaned is a horrible feeling. The middle class. Metaverse. Despite how much money Mark Zuckerberg has put into its development, it is failing to generate public interest or revenue. I would say 1-2 years before investors give an ultimatum and pull out. Well, it was never phased in to begin with. 2022. And alas, my yearly tradition of realizing the year is almost over and I've still accomplished nothing begins. DVDs. It's been going on for a bit now, but it's still crazy how fast they went from king to nothing. I still prefer having something physical as part of a collection. I hate the idea that, one day, a company can just close my account or just go bust and I've lost all my films. Physical menus at restaurants. Not only do restaurants not need to print and maintain menus, but they can raise their prices on the fly and much less conspicuously. My hairline. Going to the movies. A night at the movies with my wife and kid plus popcorn and drinks is as much as an entire year's worth of a streaming service. Plus people don't know how to behave in public places. Mix that with my general desire to not be crammed into a room full of strangers, it becomes less and less fun when anyone can practically have a small movie theater experience in their home. Aside from that, nothing in the theaters make me excited to see anything. It used to be that summer was blockbuster after blockbuster. The holiday season was filled with great movies vying for awards season. I used to know almost all the big pictures coming out over the next year. Now, aside from a few superhero movies and Avatar, I'm not even sure what's coming out. Working in an office. My dad loves working at home. He gets to spend more time with us. He doesn't have to drive 40 minutes a day, doesn't have to dress up and stuff, just overall more chill. He's also a master at getting work done unreasonably quick, so he has tons of free time. Deleted. My grandma : I'm sorry. Yay. Is it wrong that I think of a 90s cartoon dinosaur when I see yay? I'd say critical thinking. So many of these TikTok conspiracy theories can be debunked just by thinking about it critically. But instead people hear something that confirms their pre-existing views and beliefs, half remember it, repeat half of what they remember as a fact, and next thing you know the globalists are munching on babies for breakfast or whatever. Confirmation bias is a hell of a drug. The entire Russian military arsenal. And good riddance. Congrats, you scrolled down so far you found OP. Hi. $100k salary, meaning you're well off. Seems like the minimum just to get by without being one unexpected expense away from eating instant ramen for a month. You can imagine how the vast majority of people that make less than $100k feel. I don't know how anyone does it. Pound sterling and stamps with Big Liz's face on it. Apparently being happy with anything. Go to any sub now and like 90% of everyone is incredibly negative or toxic to everyone else. The bright patch is that, from what I've seen, it's mostly a Reddit Twitter thing. It's still possible to find more optimistic people in the real world. NFTs. And I hope they continue to fall in popularity, because honestly they weren't even popular to begin with, just a fad peddled by the rich. And I still haven't quite gathered what they even are. Or the point of them. Like, sure, I'll just pay you like 7,000 human monies for a picture of a dog in a refrigerator that I can't even hold. My patience is waning. Deleted.